everybody, it's KayBeast, and for this week's art video I have a product to test for you. These are the Parkoo gel pens, the erasable gel pens, a pack of 7. Parkoo contacted me and asked if I would like to review their product for free, so this is not sponsored by the way, and I said sure, and they sent them over. So these are not my first foray into erasable pens. I do have some of these. These are the Pilot Friction pens. I've been using in my planner for a while. And there are some things about these I like and some things I don't like, so I kind of want to see how these hold up in comparison to these. So first things first, let's look at the new ones. There are 7 colors in this set. It says right there what it is. It's got this little rubber nib, rubber eraser bit here. It's literally just, it's nothing special. It just creates friction on the paper and the ink is heat activated. Click it on using this. I've already tried these out, so the little rubber nibs are in. I had another take that didn't go so well, so I'm starting over. But yes, so this 7 set comes with black, blue, red, green, purple, turquoise, and pink. And on they have an Amazon store page, and they sell these in packs of 7 and 10 and 14, and they also have 6 packs of just black, blue, and red if you just want those. They also sell refills of the black, blue, and red, which is kind of cool. So yeah, so I'm going to pull out my sketchbook and do some swatches. So you can first see that the actual colors themselves are pretty bright for the most part. The black is a little dull compared to some other black ink pens that I've used, but for me, black pens are one of those things. I want them to be like super, super dark. I'm very picky about my black pens. But they all write fairly well. It doesn't take them long to get started. So let's see just how erasable they are. I'm just going to do a line of all of them and just kind of go through them. So. Okay, and then let's see how well they erase. Pretty good, actually. Between all of these, the black one has the hardest time erasing and probably needs to be rubbed a little bit more, but yeah. Comes off pretty nicely, which is really cool. That's something that always has blown my mind with these new erasable pens, because when I was in school, to really date myself here, in the late 90s, we had erasable pens, but the eraser at the end, I mean, you know, it worked. It erased the ink, but it also completely erased the paper the ink was on. That was how it worked. It just obliterated the existence of the paper entirely, and voila, no ink. It was horrible. I hated them so much. So this whole heat reactive ink thing that we have now with this and some other brands is very cool, and it works very well, and I'm very happy about that. So these are marketed as a note-taking tool, so if you just want to write down your notes or something in ink and then erase them, which is pretty nice. I prefer to write in pen myself, but then sometimes you make a mistake, so being able to erase and having color options is very nice. But obviously, since I'm an art channel, I want to see how well these work up to art applications. So I'm going to do some tests real quick. So my primary medium is watercolor, so I want to see how well these react to water, if they're going to bleed immediately. So let's see here. Let me just do the top. Or not the bottom. Oh yeah. Yeah, they bleed almost instantly. I'll just do the individual colors. Yeah, they bleed with water. Some of the colors are a bit more reactive than others. I noticed with the purple especially. I got way more of the color when I bled it than with like the pink or the black. I think it's so. I wouldn't say that these would be good to use as like a watercolor substitute in your sketchbook because it's very splotchy, but I primarily use watercolor, so I definitely don't think I would use these for line art unless I were doing line art after the fact. So let's do some more swatches and see how they react to Copic marker, because I have some of those. I don't really use Copic markers in my art because I don't really have a lot of them and I'm still learning the medium, but I do know alcohol-based markers are a very popular art medium, so it is worth noting how they react to that. So I'm not even going to give the ink a lot of time to dry because I just want to see, you know, just how they react from the get-go. So let me pick a color. Here we go. I have C3, which is fairly light, which means if there is any bleeding, I should notice it right away. So let's just... Yeah, I'm not really noticing any bleeding with these, which is pretty nice. So if you wanted to do your line art and then Copic marker on top of it, looks like you would be able to do that, which is pretty cool. So yeah. So I'm going to do a little doodle, I guess, and just kind of talk as I doodle and kind of see how these work as like a sketching tool. So let me pick a color to sketch with. I'm going to pick turquoise. I like turquoise. Or no, let me pick pink. Pink is lighter, so I can always go over it. So since these are gel pens, the ink is very smooth and it comes out pretty well. Some of the colors I've noticed are a bit, I don't know what you would say, juicier than others. The pink, the blue, the turquoise, and the purple seem to be the most, and the black, and I would say maybe the green are the ones that are on the opposite end of the spectrum. Not exactly dry, but it definitely feels like the ink has a harder time coming out with those. It might just be the actual like color of the ink or something. I'm not really sure. Pretty sure these are ball points, so that enables it to move smoothly. So an erasable pen like this, I would say, would probably be of the most benefit to people who are into bullet journaling. I've noticed that is a very popular thing that people are into. It's not something I have an interest in, but having the color options and the ability to erase your mistakes definitely seems like a perk. And then in terms of like art making, personally, I think these probably have the most benefit as just a sketching tool. So, you know, if you want to do some sketches in your sketchbook or some studies or something, and you don't want to use pencil and you want to try something a little different, I like sketching in pen personally, especially ballpoint pen, but you know, you really can't erase with that. Oh, that's drying up. Oh wow. Did that run out? That did not run out of ink, did it? No, it didn't. Okay, it got a little stuck. That happens with gel pens sometimes. Sometimes they get a little mucked up. But hey, it erased, so that's good. So I can even, I mean, I scratched my paper a little bit, but that was just me really pressing down with the actual metal nib. But, so, there we go, good as new. So, gel pens just tend to do that. That's just kind of something you gotta deal with the actual product. But yeah, so this set of 7 is $8.60 on the product website. I don't know if I've mentioned that before or not. Comparatively, the Pilot Friction pens, they have a set of 7 on Amazon that's $10.91 right now on sale, but their list price is about $20. So right from the start, there you go. The Parkoo ones are definitely cheaper. When the shop owner told me that they were sending me some, I had them within a week, and I live in Massachusetts, so I don't know if they paid more for shipping or not to get them to me quicker, but I did get them pretty quick, which is nice, and the packaging was good. They weren't damaged or anything, so yeah, no, these definitely write very well, and I do like the fact that there's multiple colors, so if you wanted to use the ink in a way to sort of shade your sketch. I am noticing that the metal nib is scratching the ink a little bit and lifting some of the pink. But I mean, you know, it's gel pen, so that's just kind of how the ink functions. It's not really meant to blend or anything, but I do like the fact that it's erasable, and it erases very nicely. The color is very bright, so yeah, I think these will definitely could be a fun addition. Why did I put blue on her lips? Well, it was very wet. But look, see, all gone. I do like having a variety of tools for my pencil kit, because sometimes, you know, you get bored with color pencil. I use the Cola Erase Prismacolors for a lot of in sketchbook sketching, but sometimes you get bored with that. Sometimes you want to try something else. So I do think these pens in particular I might throw into my pencil case for on-the-go sketching if I just kind of feel like adding a pop of color. And again, the bonus of the erasability means that, you know, you can fix your mistakes, which I like a lot. So yeah, but obviously these particular pens would be way more useful for, like I said, bullet journaling, note-taking in general. That's what they're marketed for. They do say not to use these pens or, you know, heat reactive ink on sensitive documents, because, you know, you leave them in a hot car for an afternoon and all your stuff is gone, so definitely would not recommend that. Let's give her blue eyes. But just in terms of just something kind of fun to play with, I do like these a lot. If any of you have watched any of my sketchbook tour videos, you've noticed that in high school, I used gel pens in my sketchbooks all the time. I got a set of metallics in my stocking one year, in my Christmas stocking, and just went nuts and added bits of color to every single drawing I could for like a year and a half. So this right here is just kind of like a trip down memory lane. Like, I wish I had erasable gel pens in high school, because I would have used these so much. Like, you have no idea. But yeah, no, I genuinely do like these. They are way cheaper than the friction pens, and they have more colors than I am currently seeing the friction pens carry. They erase just as well. Colors are nice. Seem to not bleed with Copic, which could be cool if you use Copics. So yeah. But yeah, I genuinely do like these. And thank you again to the shop owner of Parkoo for sending them to me. And I will have a link in the description below to the shop's product page. So if you want to check out these pens for yourself or some of their other packs, like I said, they have a 10-pack and a 14-pack and refills of some of these colors, like this one. So yeah. Anyway, I think that does it for this week's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye!